Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's that time of the year again. Whew, it must be autumn already. It's the Sarah Butler at Home podcast, and we're back after
3 years.
I was just.
How long is it actually?
It was before my significant birthday and your birthday, so that's the beginning of March.
Wow. Well, now on that topic, I have your present.
Oh, you're joking already? We're like 30 seconds in.
Should I say this is for next year to say?
Oh yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, just while she's doing this, I turned a significant birthday back in March. Here we are heading towards September. So I was the big 5-0. And every time I met Sarah since, she'd say, "Oh, I have your present at home. Oh, I have a present at the kitchen table."
It's moved from the kitchen table to the whole table, back to the kitchen table, out to the utility, back into the kitchen table. You can imagine.
And it's here today.
And it's here today. So here, happy birthday.
Okay, very good, very good.
I actually can't even remember
what it is.
You.
Wait, is it wrapped?
It's in a very special bag.
Oh my God, it's a record. So, firstly, the bag is Sarah Butler at Home bag.
This is my new merch.
That looks cool, actually. I'd probably get bet up for having that in town. Anyway. Oh, so firstly, it's an album.
Yeah.
And like the old-fashioned vinyl albums.
Yeah.
So as anybody knows me, my favourite band in the whole world is The Who. And this is a vinyl album, The Who Hits 50. With all those...
Because you got a record machine player, didn't you?
I got a record player, yeah, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, there you go.
That is... I love that. That's brilliant.
I actually can't remember what's in the bag.
It's actually a birthday card.
It's a funny birthday card. I love my cards.
There's something scribbled out anyway. Happy birthday from someone who is younger than you. Yeah. It appreciates it's scribbled out. It's younger than you. That's great.
I am a lot younger than David. Just in case you think I'm in any way near 50. What's in the box? I can't remember actually. I think I actually bought this at Christmas.
Oh my God.
Last year when we were in Dublin.
So this is the mantras. So what's the mantras?
I don't know. Show me, hold it up, because I can't remember what I bought you. Is it like daily mantras?
This says to raise your vibration
there
on
you
it.
go. You're a bit low.
Did you feel my vibration was lacking? Oh God! How was it going to raise my vibrations?
I don't know.
At 50 now, it's hard to find the vibrations.
Oh, there you go. It's hard to find a lot of things at 50, I'd say.
Oh, your day'll come, missus. You'll be in here having the hot flushes and all the rest that goes with it.
Stop it. That's never going to happen.
When you're only 26.
I'll be jumping out the window.
Okay, well, I have to open this now because we have to find out what these are. The mantras, it's called. The box says 52 mantras to raise your vibration. So these are things that we should probably live by, or maybe something like that. Oh, it's in a nice little... Yeah, okay.
It's like a deck of cards in a box.
It is like a deck of cards. It is.
Oh.
Oh, I like this now.
Oh, it's just like a deck of cards. Can I have one?
So the first one says, I am magnificent.
Oh God, this is now going to turn you into a real hippie.
So I tell you what we do. So I will
shuffle
them,
there.
okay? And you say stop whenever you want to stop.
I'm going to let the universe guide me to pick one.
I hope it says my birthday.
Short arms, David.
I have long arms. I'm not like a TK Rex.
Give me this one. You're holding on to them all. Okay. Right.
I think you just took the cover.
Oh, I got the cover. Mantras are a powerful self-development tool. No, I don't want that one.
Pick one. Anything.
Okay. I am safe. I am calm. I am at peace. Well, that couldn't be any more different from what I am. I'm normally in fight or flight mode, and I'm generally not calm. I'm like a crazy person. I am at peace. I am at peace, but
on a serious note, that's a brilliant, powerful mantra.
Yeah.
And it's one that I have used.
Well, they do say you should say these things out loud.
Yeah, so I am safe.
Yeah.
So sometimes if you feel like your thoughts are beginning to fly away with you and you're beginning to get a little bit overwhelmed by a situation, you can say, I am safe.
And we're now turning it into a self-help
I am calm and
podcast.
I am peaceful. Hold on, we'll do two more, okay?
Okay, go on.
I do not force what isn't meant for me.
I do, you see. I want it, and I don't care what the universe is pushing me in the other direction for.
Pick any card.
Okay, last one. I am ready to step outside of my comfort zone. Now that sounds more like me.
No, that is you. Yeah,
I'm already out way beyond
There should
my
be
comfort
there
zone.
should be a little thing that goes along the bottom that says, "And I'm bringing the rest of you with me as well." Whatever happens,
Well, there you
happens.
go. You can read them now in the morning. When
I
you're-
will. I might just actually on my radio show. I might say, "Dear lovely listener,
There
good
you go.
morning.
Calm everybody down.
Here's our mantra for the day." I like that. Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome. Happy birthday.
Yeah, no, you might as well just say Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Yeah, happy 51st birthday next year.
Anyway, here we are. Last time was March. It's the end of summer. It's people returning home from their holidays, back from getting ready to go to school. So,
Say school.
what's going on? Before we get into the food thing, there are things we can talk about and things we can't talk about.
Yes, there's things we can't talk about yet.
Okay, all right. So I'll tell you what. In this podcast today, we're going to do. There's 2 polls that were put out to your
Very
followers. Okay, so food icks and food confessions. So we'll get to those on the way. We'll talk a little bit about food because it is a food podcast. We put it out as a food podcast, and we'll also talk maybe a little bit later on about some of the things that we can talk about.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Fun stuff that we can talk about.
That definitely has me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah,
Because
it's
it's
good.
going to put everybody out of our comfort
Fun.
zone. So we'll start with food. Well, let me just start by this food you had last night.
Yeah,
A burger. You made a burger last night?
So I made a steak burger. I made the kids chicken burgers, so just breaded chicken. But I wanted a steak burger. So I got some fillet steak, cut it really thin strips. Your butcher can do that for you. But it was the marinade that I used. Now, I didn't have a lot of time. I only soaked it in the marinade for about 20 minutes. But that was fine. So teriyaki sauce. Have you come across this?
Teriyaki.
Yeah,
Is it
you
Japanese?
Get it. You get it anywhere there's soy sauce.
Okay.
Teriyaki sauce. So, chopped up my steak. Make sure it's at room temperature. Add in about 2 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce. Then some dark soy sauce, and to give that kind of takeaway Chinesey taste, a little sesame oil, but only a little.
Tiny touch.
Salt and pepper, and then I fried it in a really hot pan.
How is the burger looking? When you're saying now you're cutting it up, does it look like a traditional burger? Does it like because a traditional burger is mince?
Yeah, no, it's not a traditional burger. It's
Okay.
like it's a steak burger, but it's not a lump of steak. It's these strips.
It's not like that famous steak thing that we got one time in a restaurant. We had to leave because it wasn't real steak.
The train or one of them raw mince ones. No.
No, do you remember we got it? We went to a restaurant
Oh
for
yeah,
dinner.
and it was terrible. It was
Yeah.
like a rump.
Yeah.
Chewy, couldn't
the,
eat into it.
It was the steak that was supposed to go into a stew.
Yeah, exactly.
was fried off.
Yeah, it was stewing steak.
Yeah.
But it was a lump of meat. Like, how the hell do you eat that?
That was horrendous.
Well, anyways, this was not horrendous. It was so delicious. But I'm just saying to the listeners how to make, if you want to have a burger but something a little bit different, what to add to make it really tasty.
Okay.
So the teriyaki sauce, dark soy sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, pan fry it, salt and pepper. So then I reduced really slowly some onions, caramelized them. So they were like so good.
Okay.
I had an off job not to eat them
So
before the
this
rest
is just
was ready.
you're just putting them into the pan, frying them off.
Yeah, but low heat.
Okay.
So a little bit of oil and butter in with your onions that you've sliced. Reduce the heat and add a little bit of water in there.
Yes.
That
Steamy
really
action.
reduces them down. So I left them there for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So they were gorgeous, and a little bit of sugar in with them as well. Mm-hmm. So then I had my brioche bun that I toasted, and I had my mayonnaise with a little bit of sweet chilli.
Nice.
Then I had my onions and some lovely fresh lettuce, my steak.
Okay.
I actually doubled it for Dermot. I did another layer of bread and that all again.
Whoa.
But it was too big, I couldn't eat all that. So I just
I'd say he finished it.
He did. Then I put some mozzarella on top and melted that over
Lovely.
the steak. More lettuce, tomatoes, more mayo. Oh, so good.
What we use? What cheese did you use there? Mozzarella.
I use mozzarella, yeah.
Yeah. We use Port Salut sometimes,
Yes.
which is really good for
That's
a
good.
really good melty.
Great melt.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
cheddar cheese or the fake slices
I
sometimes.
got fake slices for the kids, the chicken burger, and it was so good.
Yeah.
You can't
yeah.
beat the fake cheese.
No, fake cheese is great.
It is fake.
We
What?
were.
Somebody tried to burn it, and it doesn't burn.
Doesn't burn. It's a
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
like a twirl, or no, a flake. A flake. You know the way flake, you can't melt a flake.
Can you not?
No, you can. You can go on your TikTok and you go on your Instagram today and have a look up. Flakes will not melt and will not burn.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why a flake goes in your 99. Ta-da!
For what? Oh, right. I was
So it
gonna say,
doesn't
what's
melt.
going to burn it?
Yeah, but
That's
it's,
very true. I never actually thought about that.
flake won't melt. But how do we go on to flakes?
This is what happens on this podcast. It's Goldfish podcast.
Oh yes, we're talking about the fake cheese.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even today, I heard in my house today, I heard Jane saying to the 18-year-old, "I've made a sandwich for you, and I got the good ham today." I'm like, "The good ham?" I'm like, "The good ham." When I was young, the good ham. There was no such thing as good ham.
No,
there was whatever that stuff was that you used to cut off the block.
Spam. Remember something? Then it got very fancy in the early 90s, and there was faces like teddy bear faces. What was it? Corned beef.
Corned beef.
Oh God! Remember? And there was the other, the round one. What was that called? Sam. Oh my God! What was that called?
So, no, it's not salami. See,
It was like.
I know what you lunch. It was luncheon meat.
Roll.
Yeah, luncheon
Luncheon
roll.
roll.
Oh, Jesus.
My God, it's just not good.
No, and then you would have the cheeses of the 80s, which were your Calvitas and your Mitchelstowns and all those kind of
Calvita
ones.
was very fancy.
Yeah, very
slices,
nice, yeah. And you just, that's what you got. You weren't told it's the good ham.
Yeah.
It was just what you got. Because I remember being in school, and when we, as we got older in school, we would all sit and have lunch together.
Yeah.
So you would get to see
what everyone else
and
had.
everybody else is having.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I think we invented the crisp butcher sandwich because we started that.
I don't know about
I think
that,
we did.
David.
I think we did.
I don't know
I'm
about that.
pretty sure we did. But I remember, so we'd all have the traditional sandwiches. There was the people who didn't like butter, so they would have just mayonnaise on theirs. Somebody who didn't like anything, so they'd have a dry sandwich. And then I remember one of my friends, his sandwiches were made with so much love.
Really?
The love of those, you couldn't separate them to put a crisp into it because there was so much love and stuff put into it, stuff that was really 80s. So spreadable cheese with a little bit of ham in it.
Remember the spreadable sandwich mix that you
Yes.
used to get in the jar, the
I know.
glass jar, and it was called sandwich filling or something.
Something horrendous.
And again, it was really fancy.
Really fancy.
People who had that were really fancy.
So we used to say, "You're loved." The rest of us are just.
Was this person from a small household? Or was there a load
No,
of kids?
but was the youngest of the household.
Oh, what are you implying there?
The youngest in the household is completely spoilt, is
I
what I've
actually
been implying.
made my own sandwiches.
Sarah's the youngest, by the way, just in case you didn't figure that out. Well, she told us already how young she is. Anyway, so that was your burger from last night.
Yeah, so if anyone has a bit of steak there, you can make a really tasty.
Would it have to be fillet? Would you use?
Or you could use strip loin or sirloin, but if I'm buying steak, I just buy fillet because it's gone so hard to get nice steak. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to the trouble of making something and then it's chewy.
Yeah.
Or you have to look at a face trying to chew it across the table, which is worse. So fillet all the way. Costs a little bit more, but I'd sooner put less in and be able to eat it.
Now, what if you were to take out the steak and instead put in a fish finger?
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, every now and then a fish finger sandwich is the only thing you want.
Imagine came home, they all come home because they're so spoiled, and I just have like fish fingers and peas and
Waffles.
it's just buttered white bread.
Oh,
There you go.
Some people would love that.
Yeah.
Again, another friend of mine, I remember whenever you went to his house for dinner,
Yeah.
there was always buttered white bread in the middle of the table.
Serious? Isn't it so funny?
Yeah. Now, I used to think, so I asked him in recent years, was that bulking up the meal?
Okay.
And he was like, no, that was just because we love to have white bread with our dinner.
And did he mop up the plate afterwards?
Mop up the
otherwise?
plate.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even have to wash the dishes. You put them straight back in the cupboard.
Well, that's actually another thing that I need to talk to you about. I got a second dishwasher, as you well know.
I know.
It's the best thing
I know you were saying this.
ever done. If you do find yourself constantly with dishes on the counter, get a second dishwasher. Game changer.
You see, your mind is the second dishwasher is there. I have two dishwashers. I can, and that's that. So your mind finishes at that.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not thinking about how you have to plumb this thing, how it has to, the electricity that's going to be used.
Are you trying to dig a hole there so that your wife won't want one? Because generally in my house, if somebody gets something, then we all get it. I got a robot Hoover. Everybody, I actually got a discount code for the robot Hoover at the time. Remember?
Yeah.
What else?
We still have Robbie. He still goes around the house.
I still have Robbie. He's
great.
under my bed at the minute, stuck and dead. Where's Romba?
Yeah, Robbie is the automatic Hoover. Best. Yeah, you're very like that. The next best thing. You always hear one of them will come home and say, "I just
thing
found
ever."
this, and this is the best thing ever." and then
I
everybody.
know there's loads of other things that somebody gets, and then we all go and get it.
Exactly the
So
same
funny.
thing, and then suddenly it becomes the worst thing ever. Or they're the worst people to deal with. They were the best people to deal with. Now they're the worst people to deal with.
Well, definitely the second dishwasher, if it's a thing you cook a lot. I just constantly have. Now, like, it's my job, so it's like having a second set of headphones with you.
I love the way you were fishing there, going, what does he do again?
That.
Why do I need a second pair of headphones? I have only 2 ears.
I don't know. It's not really a good
You could
it's
have
not
gone
a good
with
example.
You could have gone with second computer screen.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, go on.
But anyways, I just had pots and pans constantly, and I'm like, oh my God.
So the pots and pans going in.
Oh, everything's going in. But I put stuff into my dishwasher, rinsed. I think we all do that in our house.
And that's wrong.
Apparently so.
Yes.
The machine can detect if there's no dirt on it, so it doesn't clean it as well.
And the dishwasher tabs that you have need something to cling onto.
Apparently so. I'm still sticking to my guns because I emptied the dishwasher the other day to realise that it was actually dirty, and that's how clean it was. So I went, all right, so it took everything in me to put like pans with food on them and forks with like egg burnt onto it. Your egg, like an egg yolk, and it's left on the knife, and it's you'd need a blade to get it off. So I fired the whole lot in. And a lot of stuff came out dirty. So I don't know, does my dishwasher having, was it like, what the hell is this? We're not used to this dirt. But they do say you shouldn't rinse your plates.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first time since I turned 50, we have seen the tiger teeth.
Oh,
no, terrier teeth.
Terrier teeth is back. That's what David calls me when I get quite
cross about something. Yeah, it's all in the facial.
Yeah.
I know it's a podcast, but believe me, it's all in the face. But okay, so you're not. They say do not scrape off your plates, do not wash off your plates. That the dishwasher will do it. And actually, your husband said to me, there's another reason. Is because particularly if you live in a septic tank area. Wait with me that if you're washing off your plates, all that stuff is going into your pipes and it's clogging up your grease pots and it's going into your septic
tank. Does it not all
tank.
go into the same place?
It don't know, because in your dishwasher there's little catch areas that will catch it, so you can catch all the stuff and then put it in the bin.
Yeah, well, I never did that.
Yeah, I know. So
did you?
No, well, not a million years. And in fact, when I've had to clean my grease pot, I'm going, who actually forced that thing down the sink?
Well, like in this day and age, why do we have to have septic tanks in the country? Like, I'm from town and we moved out of the country. I'm like, what do you mean the guy needs to come and empty the septic tank? What does that mean? This guy comes.
Yeah.
And all the animals and children have to be locked in the house because they're opening these things that if you fell in, you'd never be found. And it was like an episode of the Teletubbies. This thing comes along with the big hose and he pulls it across the lawn and in it goes and sucks all the crap out. And I'm like, is this his job?
That's his
How
job.
did he charge you €1 million to do that? Because I wouldn't do it for any less.
Now, I have to say, because I, again, moved from the town, moved to the countryside, didn't experience this. But in my experience since, I would have the septic tank over the grease pot.
Oh, the grease pot is so disgusting.
It's the worst thing.
It is the most disgusting thing. It's basically you take the lid off and my husband kills me for putting stuff down the sink. He said, did you just put that oil down the sink? No, I didn't. As I'm squirting half a bucket of fairy wash, it's
trying to break it down.
That'll break it down. Or if any food goes down, because he has to empty the grease pot and it is absolutely vile.
No, it is, yeah.
It's
no,
vile.
I'd have septic tanks over grease pots any
I
day of
just
the
have
week.
town. Back to town we go. So if you live in a town or a city and you have the pleasure of being able to throw stuff down your sink and not have to worry about where it goes and empty it, lucky you.
I do remember in an early days of trying to train people how to use the toilet properly, we would put a cork in the toilet. Okay.
Yeah, they say that for boys.
Not just for little boys, for the big boys as well, right?
Had a few pints.
Yeah, to aim for the cork, so you're not getting wet feet when you're in the toilet. But the first time they opened the septic tank,
there was loads of corks.
Loads of corks.
Oh my God, there was so, I'm like, what's going on here?
What are they doing in this house?
Even down to the toilet paper. If you have to use good quality toilet paper, because apparently, now we're getting off this topic now.
You cannot wipe your arse with cheap toilet roll.
Because it backs
Clogs.
up your even like the septic tank guy from Teletubbies said to my husband, any female hygiene products like that you can flush, don't flush.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, Dermot, seriously, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
What were we talking about? How did we get from squeezy nice cheese to
I don't actually know.
Do you do this when you're on the telly or the radio as well?
I do this when I do lives.
I'm telling you. What's the girl's name? And did you talk to on the radio?
And Andrea.
I tell you, Andrea, there's nothing as shocking as women's private things stuck with corks down your.
Stop! That one from Operation Transformation was on during the week.
Heard it.
Saying awful things.
Heard it.
Oh my god!
If that's a lesson for anybody, it's a lesson that once you go on a radio and you say things.
She doesn't seem to give a shit though. She's very much on. This is what I think and that's what I'm saying, but really not good.
You just need to. It's so easy. Something could
trigger anybody. You know.
That's the exact phrase you've used.
Yeah.
It's trigger somebody,
Yeah.
and you know what's mental is that something that didn't trigger somebody 5 years ago would send them bananas now. So I regularly get people. Saying I'm insensitive about a song I played, or that, or why would you do this and why did you do that? And you're going, I didn't logically even think that was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But,
I think it is definitely gone extremely PC. OTT, sometimes you just need to go, get over it or get a sense of humour. But I think because she's a dietitian, like, she should have been, like, if it was Donald Trump or some random person saying stuff like that, you could just call it ignorant, but she really should have known better. But yeah, that's why I don't I get really nervous when I do live stuff, because my natural flow is goldfish brain and potty mouth, and one thing will lead into something else, and everyone says it to me, like, Sarah, how do you not curse? Because like, you're the queen of it. And it's so funny because people are like, oh God, no, you're so refined.
Yeah.
I'm like, in my head, it's like,
fire.
Don't say it, Sarah.
Whatever. Yeah, it's.
I'm like a Labrador. I'm like, just think about it before you say it. And when I do my cookery lives at home on my Instagram page, I never save them because I'm very much like natural. And one thing can lead into something. We'll be roaring laughing. I had apparently a prince on there last week. He was the prince of something, and we had such a laugh about it. Obviously, he wasn't a prince, but he was claiming to be, and his name was Prince something or other of Arabia, or Arabian Prince. And I was like, this is why I can't save my life, because we were just getting laughing about it. So yeah, it's scary.
Right, we were on burgers, were we? Well, give us something else, food-wise.
Okay, so back to school, back to work, back to routine. Here are some ideas and some kind of things that, if you have kids going back, I'm sure you're dreading it, but also looking forward to it.
Did you see in Italy, the mamas in Italy?
Yeah.
They came together, 60,000 of them came together, wrote a letter to government saying, shorten the school year, shorten the school holidays. So in Italy, they get 14 weeks.
Oh, wow. What do we get, 12, 10, 11?
It's close enough to do. Like in the UK, they get 6.
Yeah.
But they're saying that they've got kids who are... So the reason they were given 14 weeks originally was so that they could help out at home, on the farm, bring in the harvest, do all these things. But obviously these days they just don't do that.
They're just on tablets.
They're just on the tablets and they're on their phones and they don't get up till 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And all of those things. So the mamas came together initially, 60,000 of them wrote a petition, sent it to government to say shorten the school year.
And did they?
Oh, I think it's only going through, but I can't imagine that it would work out. Can you imagine saying, the way you had 12 weeks? Well, because of us now, you've 9 weeks.
Definitely not. Wouldn't be,
Anyway, so back to school, back to work.
Back to work, and I'm sure everyone is seeing all these lovely lunch boxes. It's so funny because you start off with great intentions and you're like making face shapes with olives and tomatoes, and then by the end of the year you're just firing a banana in the bag. I'll see you later.
A bag around Shearer's will do you.
So some realistic stuff that you can make that work as a lunchbox filler for yourself or the kids, or like you can also eat it at home. Sausage rolls are a great one. Good old sausage rolls. You can make them up, freeze them raw.
Yeah.
Like
they freeze great.
Oh, they're the best. They're probably the only thing that I cook from frozen. Sausage rolls and pizza bagels. Yeah. Where you just make them up, throw them into a bag, into the oven. We had a road trip during the week, and they all roared laughing at me making my picnic because I was there at 8 o'clock in the morning in my element. making a picnic. So I had sausage rolls. Then I had bread frozen, so I made lovely chicken rolls. So sausage rolls are great because you can kind of pull out a few, throw them on, keep them in the fridge. They're good hot or cold.
Yeah.
Did you know that you can make up, if you really want to be like on top of stuff, make up a load of ham sandwiches on Sunday night.
Right.
Put them into the sandwich bags and freeze them. It's a thing.
And does it work?
Yeah.
So the ham doesn't go crusty?
Apparently not.
Wow.
I'm going to try it. Yeah, I saw it online, and this lady had made a load of them, and she just took one out and she said it's defrosted by the time they're eating it.
So she put it into their bag in the morning frozen?
It was in a little paper bag, and Bob's your uncle.
Wow.
So that's definitely one to try. You could you could do a ham sandwich, or you could do a cheese and ham sandwich. The apple trick. So apples are great for giving kids in their lunchbox, but if it's a thing your kid won't eat a full apple and they like them peeled and sliced, pop them slice and peel it into a bowl then with some water, cover it in water, about half a teaspoon of salt. Mix it, leave it there for 5 minutes, then rinse it with fresh water, dry it, and your apple slices will not brown.
Wow.
At all. This absolutely 1000% works.
And is there, I'd probably have asked you this before.
Taste of salt.
No taste of salt.
No. So that's a great tip, especially for people with smaller kids. Also on a Sunday, get into a habit now that we're getting back into it again. Throw on a ham and a couple of chickens, or a couple of chicken breasts with some herbs and stuff. And that ham and chicken, well, the ham will keep for, a ham will keep for a week.
Yeah.
The chicken will keep for 2 to 3 days.
Yep.
So if you have a load of, put 8 or 10 chicken breasts into the oven, roast them with some olive oil, couple of onions in there for flavour, some thyme, oregano, a little bit of butter, salt and pepper. Roast them away and then pop them into your fridge 2 to 3 days. So you've got nice meat.
Yeah.
Not lunch and roll.
We all like nice meat.
Nice, very important. You start reading.
I'm
Where's that pack of things I got you?
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Take one of them out.
Okay, I will. It's time for
Mindfulness for you, dirty mind.
Sorry, go on.
Corrupting your younger podcast partner. Okay, so watch out for sugary yogurts and things that are marketed in the supermarket, because you'll be getting them now going back. There will be the yogurts with the colourful little bunnies and things on them. They are lethal and full of sugar.
So we've started using the thing.
The Yuka app.
Yes.
It is the bomb.
It is. And you will see, actually, by the way, I love the person that I am. And I love the person that I'm becoming.
Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Here, give me one.
Don't change me.
I like these. Yep. These should be our... I keep picking up like the instruction one. I am magnificent. Oh my God, the town won't be ready for us tonight,
How does
David.
it knows us? How does it know us?
So well. I am again. We need to shovel them. I'm ready to
I would
step
laugh
outside.
if one come up like, I am a thundering bitch.
Oh my God, we need to make a packet that has a mix. I'm an absolute pain in the arse.
Go on. No, we'll take more of those in a while. What we're talking about? Okay, so what we found out using the Yucca thing.
Yeah.
Was a lot of the homemade brand stuff. Mm-hmm. So not the big brand stuff.
Yeah.
So when it comes to yogurts and it comes to... here's one for you that I only discovered doing the weekly shop a couple of weeks ago. So Greek yogurt, everybody talks about Greek yogurt, right?
Yeah, it's a real confusion one, isn't
But
it?
what you get on is Greek style yogurt.
Yeah. So before we go on, for anyone who's not been aware of the Yuka app, it's an app that you can download for free. I'm not been paid to say this.
Nope.
It's called YUKA, and basically when you're doing your shopping, you can scan the barcode of any product. It'll tell you the sugar, the salt, the nutritional value, but it'll also tell you if there's any additives, and if there are additives, what those additives can cause. Are they hazardous or mild? So it's really good. It's also...
Gives it a score out of 100, doesn't it?
It gives a score out of 100. So what we've found is people have been buying their kids yogurts and stuff that they thought was healthy because it's branded and marketed as healthy, but it's really not.
Yeah.
So go on.
Yeah, so that's what we found was...
Greek style yogurt, yeah.
Greek style and Greek. So if you want Greek yogurt and Greek style yogurt, very, very different things.
Yeah.
But you will find mainly on your shelves Greek style yogurt. Mm-hmm. So you need to go for the Greek original yogurt. And the one thing about the Greek original yogurt is it's not sweet.
No, it's not. So you need to add your own berries and stuff.
Your berries and stuff. So when people go, they go, oh, this is not what I'm used to. This is because that is the Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
Okay, so it makes you more mindful as well about when you're buying things. So you can try the branded and the unbranded and see which one is scoring best for you. Things like what you're having for your breakfast, cereals, porridges, Weetabix, all that kind of stuff.
Speaking of yogurts, the Glennisk Bio Organic Yogurt is very good on the Yuka app. It's got 70 out of 100 and all good on their levels of sugars and stuff. But something I came across when I was in the health food shop, another thing, crackers are really poor.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find any cracker above 34 out of 100.
Wow.
But in the health food shop, I found this product called This Is Food.
Right.
It's in a drink bottle. It's yellow. Ready to drink complete meal. Happy banana. And it's got loads of additives, hazardous ones that can cause kidney problems. And at the desk of the health food shop, they had this as a little bundle and those crazy protein bars that are insanely unhealthy.
Yeah.
In health food shop.
Yeah. You know, the thing about, the proteins, proteins for people who are doing exercise, to build muscle, to help muscle to recover, you need protein. So they go straight for the protein bar or the protein energy drink or the protein this or the protein that.
Because it's convenience food.
Yeah.
Instead of, if you have a couple of boiled eggs and a banana or a bit
turkey.
of, not banana, but chicken or turkey. Or
yeah.
Again, it's just the convenience. It's the whole, this convenience food that has taken over, and it's man-made and it's very scary. So if you don't have the Yuka app, do download it. You will. I promise you will be amazed.
I remember the first time you talked about the Yuka app, and I remember probably within a week or two, I was in the supermarket, and there was every fucking person in front of you was taking an hour. They were checking out every slice of ham. This little app thing. I was, what are they at? And it was you that had been talking about it. Anyway.
No, it's brilliant. We've been tricked by I think it's the graphic designer in me, because I'm like, is it really that healthy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a great
it's
one.
all in the small print. Go on, next.
So watch your sugary drinks for the kids and these things that are marketed for kids. I actually saw a really gross reel the last day, or a video of how they make the little pouches of drinks in these giant vats, and they're just pouring in this, oh my god, it looks terrible.
Toxic.
Terrible. Brown bread is a great thing to make on a Sunday. I think really Sunday's your prep day. Like, tough shit. I know you'd love to go out for a drive or go, but god, if you spend an hour or two just making a couple of breads and sausage rolls and a big stew and get some chicken on, you're sorted for the week.
Yep.
It just makes life so much easier. So brown bread is a great one to make on a Sunday, and freeze a few loaves, even just for when they come home from school, that you can say, eat that.
Yep.
Because the sound of the fridge door opening actually puts me in instant bad form. Because I'm like, what do you want? There's brown bread there, get out of the fridge. Not that there's anything in the fridge.
Yeah.
Have you ever come across the term an ingredients home?
An ingredients home?
An ingredients only.
No.
Basically, that's where
no
you don't
processed
have
food at all.
Stuff, and it's just ingredients.
Okay.
I didn't know there was a term on it until I came across it recently, and I was like, oh yeah,
that would be very difficult, wouldn't it?
Well, not really, because you can make whatever you want.
Okay, so nothing processed in your life.
Well, not ready-made meals.
Yeah, okay. Don't do ready-made meals. I don't do them. There'd be too much of the salt.
But you have to actually physically go and make your own thing.
Yeah, and a lot of the time you'd be quicker making it than you are putting one of those things into some sort of a microwave.
It's a term I came across recently. I think that's it, an ingredients household or something like that.
Is chocolate an ingredient?
Chocolate, 100%. That's a very important one as well, top of the list. Pizza bagels are on my page. They are the viral pizza bagels that you can make yourself, and you make the hidden veg sauce as the base. So you roast your tomatoes and your onions and your peppers and your celery, and then you blitz it, and that's the base. And you make up your little bagels and freeze them. They're really handy for snacks and lunches. Quiche.
Yeah.
Can't beat a quiche.
Can't beat a quiche, lads.
So yeah.
Filling, protein.
Yeah.
Everything is in it.
Use up leftovers. I did a quiche actually with the phyllo pastry.
Yeah.
Never did that before. So it looked lovely. It tasted really good. It was a salmon and spinach quiche.
A quiche. In our time off, because we had holidays there from March, I was looking at, every now and then I would save something I saw online. I'd say, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. Which I'd love to try out some of these, which I just say, okay, we're going to make this now, and you make it and go, oh my Christ, I can't believe you spent that. That's disgusting. But some interesting little tips, actually, for slow cookers and for things like that. things that you can do.
Yeah.
Some people put beans in things, which doesn't look like it works, and then it seems to work all right. So we must do that at some stage.
Well,
Just hit you with some of
I
them.
know we've spoken about doing a live together in the kitchen.
Yeah. So we go in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and I'll show you some of these TikToks, and I
Yeah.
can just see your face. And you go, "You really?" I go, "Yeah, really. We're going to do that. Big thing.
Can't wait.
It's got big news. Big news." Now, next, go on. Anything else?
Not really. That's
Okay.
it. Just don't worry too much about it. And
Because I want to get to these polls.
it can be overwhelming when you're like, oh my God, back to school. Have you got your freezer full of stuff? No,
Yeah.
it's grand. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be
Hopefully
fine.
they're back on a Friday. You'll be okay.
Mine are back. Well, I say mine. There's only one going back in our house now, and that is on a Monday.
Not a great day to go
Not
back.
a great day to be starting. So I'm trying to pump up the positivity by saying, well, at least you'll get a good run of the week. Right, so 2 polls that were carried
These were
out.
so funny.
So if we go with food icks
Food
first.
icks. So I asked people, what were their food icks?
Here we go. Got some interesting results to this one.
Yeah.
People talking with food in their mouth.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It is a big one, though.
Yeah.
It is a big one. Talking with your mouth full was something we were told about since we were very small. Do not talk with your
Don't
mouth full.
talk with your mouth full.
I don't share food, nor do I want to try someone else's. Just let me eat. This is another big one. So the kind of tapas thing became a big thing a few years ago,
yeah.
where it was sharing dishes. And there's certain people who just don't like sharing, or don't like the idea of other people sharing their stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas your hand's been...
Yeah, well, I don't like the whole here. Can I, like, here's a fork of mine and give me a fork yours? No.
Yeah, no thanks. No, no. Just picked a load of blackberries to do jam. Insect searching going on as we speak. Yeah, the blackberries are coming in. For the next few weeks, you'll get some nice
Yeah, I've
blackberries.
seen a few out.
But there is a bit of insect picking with
There
them.
is, and it's hard to get beyond that. Mm-hmm. You know?
The smell of garlic powder when you open a press, I just can't... Yeah, it's not good. Garlic powder. I'm supposed to get rid of garlic. Just get rid of the garlic powder and get real garlic.
Well, that's true. The sound of a fork against somebody's teeth or the plate scrape. Oh, do you know what drives me mental? I actually jumped about 2 foot today in a restaurant because they did it. Somebody did it. And I had to compose myself and go, you're not at home now. You can't launch yourself across the table and pound someone in the head for making the noise of a chair and scrape it. I'm like, lift your chair. Why can't people lift chairs up?
I don't know.
Oh my God, it drives me so.
They're the same people that scrape the plate.
I could deal with this. It actually puts me in bad form. And I gave them such a dirty look. I was like,
Thank God my chair's on wheels. Avocado on everything. Everything. I don't get it. Avocado on everything.
avocado.
Now avocado has been introduced into my life as a source of protein over the last, we'll say, 5 years. And it was one of those I started off with, but now I'm like,
Yeah, I like avocado. I like an
I'm
avocado.
okay with it. But they do put it, I was never a fan of guacamole, but they do put it
Yeah, I
on
prefer
lots
it
of stuff.
sliced. Somebody saw a man cut up spaghetti bolognese about 10 years ago, and they still talk about it whenever they have spaghetti bolognese. Yeah,
cut it with a
I've
knife.
come across somebody actually cutting spaghetti bolognese with the
Jesus.
scissors.
Jesus.
The scissors?
Is that cutting up the spaghetti or is it cutting up the...
No, it's cutting up spaghetti. They obviously can't use the spoon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Butter knife into jam.
Oh, double dipping.
Oh, there's a few double dippers. People double dipping has come up a bit actually in the answers. Butter knife into the jam. Anybody double dipping is wrong. We've talked about this. Come on, people. We've talked about this.
This is a good one.
Go on.
People eating on their phone when they're talking to you. I actually would hang up. If I was talking to you and all I could hear was you eating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gone.
No, gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
It's a bit that now. That and the 3-minute voice notes gone.
Oh, here's one, but I promise it's not from me or any of my family. Cold plates and hot food.
Yeah.
Especially pancakes. Yeah, plates have to be warm.
That first pancake that comes out.
It's always bad.
Yeah.
It's always the bad.
And you're going to ruin it on a cold plate anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that person. It has to be warm plates or not freezing plates. People chewing loudly. Yes.
Kids eating bananas with their mouths open. Jesus Christ,
my.
the mushy sound. Yeah.
Watching someone eat a runny egg.
Oh my god.
Well, you know, we do these every now and then. Kind of a bagel with a rasher, we'd say, and an egg in it, and a bit of cheese in it, and a bit of. That's to be eaten on your own, away from everybody else.
Your back,
right?
to
Yeah,
everyone
particularly
else.
because I have a beard, so particularly.
Get into
just,
the corner,
excuse
you're
me,
like
just give me that
Twix.
roll of kitchen roll, and nobody look, judge, or listen to me for the next 10 minutes.
Food served on chopping boards. I have to agree.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
it
become
is.
a big fad. People.
It's, yeah, no, it's I
Slates.
just don't know if it's slates. Yeah, like
My partner puts mayonnaise all over his beef stew.
I'd kill him. I'd just give him a thing of mayonnaise and a spoon.
I have to leave the table. I don't blame. I'd leave the
Don't
house.
blame her.
People lick and clean their yogurt pots.
Oh yeah, with their finger. Did you ever see someone do that?
That was with your tongue, lizard tongues.
Or they get the spoon and they keep scraping it.
Yeah.
Or if somebody licks the plate clean with their finger and then licks their finger, dead. Gone. Forget about it.
When you spend all day preparing food for my son, for him to turn around and say, "I'm not hungry."
Yeah, we've all been there.
We've all been that soldier. Hate touching raw chicken. It's a thing.
A lot of people, it is a thing. Yeah. Try disposable gloves.
Yeah, and just wash your hands well. It should be, but it is a thing. Touching any raw meat can be a thing for people. People who serve up, friends who serve up the dinner. I prefer to serve myself.
Oh, my mother-in-law's cooking. Surprised I've survived this long
gonna
without
just-
food poisoning.
I'm going to take that clip and put it up. Just that clip. Just little. You saying that.
Very brave. I could ruin this person. Imagine. It's not anonymous. I know who you are.
Loud kids in restaurants wrecks my heads.
Oh yeah, I was in a restaurant recently and I had an off job to control my face. to it's like I've been there. I've take them out. We've all had to take the kid out because they're about to kick off.
Yeah.
Get them around the
Yeah.
corner.
We've all been that soldier.
We've all been that.
We've all
soldier.
been on the plane where
and that's okay. No bother. Kids can do it, but can you take them out, please?
Yeah. People sucking the greasy brown chicken meat off the bone.
I can't
Grease
do chicken wings
everywhere.
or legs for that reason because there's just too many veins and stuff.
Oh!
An unclean fridge. Well, thank you. I totally agree.
Yeah, so do I. It just doesn't feel right. Food. So chopping board. You're one ahead of me, I think. You're one sheet ahead of me.
If you're in a friend's for dinner and they plate up for you,
I just said that.
I prefer to serve myself. Well, I disagree.
Oh.
You're in their house for dinner. Why would you plate up?
Yeah, but you're a great woman for doing serve yourself thing.
I know, yeah, but still.
So,
I suppose I would ask as well, like, do you like coriander?
yeah. You never look at you're just thinking, you look at his face and go, you know what? Depending on your mood, he doesn't like
Kids
coriander.
eating messily, well, like, they're kids.
Right, there was one. Restaurants using pre-peeled potatoes. They're so yuck. So what is that all
I
about?
remember talking to someone, I don't know how true this is, but they said that they worked in one of these factories that did those peeled potatoes and then they're vacuum packed into bags.
Okay.
And that they were soaked in vats of stuff.
To
that
just keep them.
Wasn't great for you.
Okay.
To keep them from going brown.
So how do we know these restaurants are using these pre-peeled potatoes?
I don't know.
When I worked in a chipper, when I was younger, I worked in a chipper and we used to do our own chips. So we had a potato.
Really?
Yeah, not the one.
Did you do your own chips in the chipper?
We didn't buy in frozen chips. We made our chips from potatoes.
Well, most of them do in a chipper.
I bet you they don't.
All right, okay.
I bet
go
you
on.
they don't. So what we used to do is we'd have to put the potatoes into a roller.
Yeah.
So that would roll them and take the skin off.
Oh, yeah, they're cool things. Yeah.
Then wash them and leave them and then bring them through a big
Soak
vat of water and then you know the rest yourself.
So you're the potato peeler in your house?
Yeah, I'm a fairly nifty potato peeler.
Oh, very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
My husband has ketchup with everything.
Ooh.
Never tastes food before. He never tastes his food before adding salt or pepper either. That's really annoying when you go to the trouble of making something. Flowers and salads.
Flowers and salads has become a thing, hasn't
Pitted
it?
with flowers.
And
yeah.
in desserts. Flowers
People
desserts.
touching my food.
Oh my God, who touches anybody's food?
Yeah.
Don't touch me food, please. Chicken
Oh
and cheese
my
together,
God.
says somebody. Chicken and
Yeah,
cheese
that's
together.
unusual, yeah. If it was like melted cheese in a chicken sandwich with green pesto, it'd be really nice.
chicken and cheese stick. Staff hovering and taking your plate before you're finished.
Yeah, that's annoying.
It is annoying. And there's some places who do say, do you want a coffee? And when you get the coffee, the second you get the coffee, can you drink that coffee now because we want the table?
Yeah, exactly.
Not great. Not great.
Self-service checkouts. I'm not employed by the supermarket. I have to agree with that. It's so annoying that you have to bloody self-service.
Okay.
And I get it.
No,
from
I tell
the
you.
supermarket's point of view, but the guns are great that you can go.
The guns
around.
are great.
If they don't have the guns and you have to queue and wait, and then there's only one person on the checkout, and you're like, oh my god! And then you get to the self-service, and if you're me, you break it immediately.
Yeah.
And then you proceed to break it 5 more times.
The thing is, they found in a restaurant, one of the restaurants, maybe it was Waitrose or one of those restaurants in the UK, or not restaurants, a supermarket.
Yeah.
They found that what people were starting to do was, because everything was self-service.
Yeah.
Was they started to buy less because they were saying, I'm not going to bring a full trolley
Oh my God,
and do
that's
it
so
myself. So they started putting staff back on their tills.
Well, I had a brilliant idea, and I'm going to give it away now. Someone will steal it and be a millionaire. That when you go into a supermarket, there should be a big scanner,
Yes.
and you have to go through a scanner before you leave, and it scans all your barcodes
Yeah,
and
this is-
itemises it all and
a
goes,
thing.
that's what you...
You're
is
too
it
late.
already a thing?
Yeah, it's done, yeah.
Oh.
It's already a thing, yeah.
Is it in Ireland?
It's not, it might be in one store in Donnybrook, it might be, yeah.
Cool.
And you know, even in closed stores now. So closed stores, we were in closed stores
Zara,
in Liverpool.
do it, yeah. Yeah.
You self-serve. See if you do take the
taggy
clippy thing
thing.
off. Yeah!
I actually have a video of me in Zara the first time that happened. Grace videoed me, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, how do I do this?"
We were in another shop buying a pair of runners. Well, I don't know, but the music was so light. It was like being in a nightclub, and there was 6 people around you trying to measure your foot. It was just no. You ended up buying just whatever you could just to get out.
Just to get out.
Licorice, says somebody. Licorice. It's just
Yeah.
licorice. It's just licorice.
Licorice is it's a bit like Marmite. It's a love hate.
It is. Wibbly fat bits on meat.
Wibbly.
Wibbly fatty bits on meat. Wibbly.
You sure it's a bit of meat to eat?
Wet bread like panzanella.
What?
Wet bread like panzanella. Panzanella.
I don't know. I never heard of
And the
that.
texture of avocado. Yeah, texture. Just swallow it down. It's good for you.
It's funny. People can be weird about textures and stuff.
The same person says raw onion of any sort, green peppers, they're the devil.
Oh my god.
Anyway, look, there's some of the things that give us
Some
the
of the food
Have you any other icks? No, I've got more. The second one you did.
The confessions are awful funny. There was
Some
one
of
or
these are
two
very good.
Very, very funny. Now, mind you, not so many confessions came in as icks.
Yeah, there's more icks than there was confessions.
Yeah.
We don't want to tell anybody. My mam once dropped an apple tart on the floor and she served it as crumble.
Dead right.
Dead right. No waste here. I pick it up off the floor and put it back in the pot, says somebody else. Depends on what the floor is like.
Well, that's true.
That'd be fine.
Did you see the one there? I dropped my husband's tomahawk steak by accident on the patio floor while turning it. He ate the lot and still doesn't know.
There you go. I'm sure he knew no different.
Yeah.
It probably did him good. You probably actually, in some slight way,
Strengthened his immune.
did him some good. Sometimes using Doritos and crisps in sandwiches, says somebody.
Maybe they thought that was an ick.
No.
I like this one. I think this is very good. I always pick the best looking piece of chicken, steak or fish.
For yourself.
Cook's prerogative. I agree.
Yeah, so do I agree, yeah.
I get that.
Somebody here says, and this is what they do, we're not doing icks anymore now, we're doing confessions.
We're doing confessions. Somebody's mum was making rice pudding and added washing powder. Oh shit. Thought it was sugar in the jar.
Well, you'd have a clean
Had
mouth.
she been drinking?
Digestive biscuits with a spoon of bolognese on top.
What?
This is not the icks now. This is we finished the icks. This is confessions. So that probably would be all right.
Oh, look at the girl whose mother made the rice pudding, and she could have killed them all. Oh my god, my mum was making rice pudding and added washing powder, so the stuff that you wash your clothes with, threw it, thought it was sugar in the jar.
Right.
When she realised it, she put a load of sugar in with the washing. She never knew it for years after. They obviously survived to tell the tale.
That's a good one. Fairness. Bought a dinner for 2 from a restaurant. Told my date I cooked it.
That's good. That's
a good one.
clever.
Yeah,
That's
clever.
clever.
Yeah. Dinner planning was so bad this week. Was thinking of having fried eggs with mashed potatoes and onions.
Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that at all.
That sounds lovely, actually.
Just that I mix up my roast up like a baby and never thought it could be a nick. Just that
Somebody had said that they hated that their husband. This is it. When my husband mixes his mashed chicken and gravy like a baby and eats it. That's her ick. Somebody put in the confession
baby
box
food.
that I do that, but I didn't know it was an ick. So she's obviously at home going, "Oh God, that obviously icks people out."
So the husband likes mashy up
I know
food.
somebody who would do that, and everyone else would be finished eating as adults, and they would still be there mashing the potatoes and the vegetables and the meat and the gravy, and it would just be one pile of. It was like a baby bowl. And they'd literally sit and eat it with a fork.
Did you see that one? The one that went viral recently, the breakfast roll that was chopped.
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh my God. Anything chopped though.
Yeah.
Salads chopped.
Yeah.
Just like, we need to chew. Have we that little time?
We just
Looks
swallow.
gross.
You can't just get past those turkey teeth and get it into your stomach. Is that a more?
That was the bulk of them. Yeah,
good
but
plates of chicken.
very, very funny the things that people come in with.
Thank you for sharing with those. They're absolutely fabulous. Now, from there, we're going to talk about. Well, we can only talk about a couple of things that's going on, really. One that's only been decided, recently enough. I was only told about it 2 days ago.
We were roped into it about 2 days ago.
And it's a suggestion that I've made to you for a few years, is why not bring this thing out to the public? So get away from behind the radio, get away from behind the TV screens, get away from behind the computer, and actually go out and actually cook something for somebody and have a bit of fun.
Yeah, so we have booked a venue on early January.
Yes.
And I think your name has won the poll, even though it was tight between the three. So it is looking like we're going to be calling it Sarah Butler's.
Oh, I thought that I was going to be involved.
Well, your name can be on Sarah Butler and David Cawley.
I thought the poll was who was going to be helping you along with it, and your name came out.
No. I did a poll and it said who's going to help me. Mm-hmm. So it was Alan Clark.
Yeah.
Garen Noon.
They know nothing about food.
They know nothing about
Garen,
me.
you know nothing about food.
And you, obviously.
Who knows everything about everything.
Who knows everything about everything. It's the age wisdom thing. So obviously it is David.
Yeah.
But when I asked you about what will we call it.
Yes.
Because we had three names. There was Sarah Butler's Food for Thought, Sarah Butler's, and if you're more than welcome to have your name included. If you
I don't want my name included.
He never does.
Jesus,
if anyone is at home going, well, what about David? He's not David.
he's
No,
all right.
it's your name on the podcast.
It's all right.
It
When it all
doesn't work
goes
out.
wrong, it's you.
It's all your fault. I know exactly why, smarters.
Yes.
So we then had Sarah Butler's Supper Club. And Sarah Butler's Food Fest. And the Food Fest got the highest votes.
Okay.
So I think that's what we're going to call it. But anyways, basically...
I came up with two more since then.
Yeah, it confused me more.
I came up with Sarah Butler's Late Brunch Live.
Yeah.
And I came up with Sarah Butler's Late Brunch Live. And I came up with Sarah Butler's Big Busty Girls Live.
The last one will probably sell more tickets, but it may be more men than women in the audience.
I didn't say they were men or women. Just big busties.
There'll be loads of men sitting going, where are the women? She's only cooking. Trick them. Get them in the door. So basically it's going to be a live cookery demo and we're going to have some fun and giveaways and just a really nice evening to come in and learn some tips and recipes.
Yeah.
And
if you learn nothing, you'll just have the crack.
You'll get out of the house.
Yeah.
So that's what we're working on right now.
Yeah. So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
So start with one and maybe see how it goes. Yeah. So basically what it would be a cooking demonstration, bit of fun, bit of chat. You're there, you can ask the questions. Mm-hmm. If you're there as part of the audience, you can ask a question. You can say, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
And a bit of entertainment along the way, a bit of fun and a bit of crack.
Bit of music.
We'll all learn something as the night goes on.
Yeah.
And we'll all teach each other. And it'll be fabulous. I'm looking forward to it, yeah. And it's perfect time because it's after Christmas and we're looking for just something to do and to shorten the January nights. Why not? So early January, keep an eye out for it on Sarah's socials. Are we finished with everything now? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I think we're good.
Okay.
If we still have people listening.
Yeah. If you've got to 53 minutes, you're our favourites.
You are our favourites.
Quick fire quiz.
Okay.
Right, here we go. Beans on toast or scrambled egg on toast?
Oh gosh, beans and toast.
Would you?
Oh, I love beans and toast.
Beans on toast is very good.
Did you ever try it with cheese on top and melt it?
Yes, and then put it into a baked potato, then you've changed everything.
And you add a steak.
I was watching the captain from Star Trek, Jean-Luc Picard. His real name escapes me for a second now, but he was on his socials
That
during
his
the
name
week.
on Star Trek.
Jean-Luc Picard was from the Star Trek New Generation.
Okay, old man, go on.
So his name will come to me, but
Michael McHugh.
Michael, you know, James Corden had a row with him on stage one night.
David, you're really showing your age.
Yeah, sorry.
Hold on.
Anyway, he what did you?
I make time for joy, playfulness, and adventure.
You do.
I do. That's my mantra at the moment.
But anyway, he was on his socials during the week and he was doing beans on toast. And he was saying, I've done this since I was a little kid. And then he takes a big bite of the beans on toast and he just goes,
Oh, it's
delicious.
the best.
Would you like, when it comes to games, would you play board games or Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto. I hate board games. You know I have no attention at all.
Well, we like Jenga. And some of the other games.
Yeah, but that's not really a board game.
Connect Four is a good, Snakes and Ladders, Monopoly, chess.
Yeah, but not like, Monopoly goes on forever.
It does.
And I hate when you have a board game and you have to learn how to play it. I never do. I'm like, we'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
And there's a booklet with loads of pages. No.
You see, we're on the same level so often about these things. It's like, there was a well-known venue and during the day a bit of music went on and people are having the crack and having a few drinks and all that. And then somebody shushed them all and started singing. I would be out that friggin' door.
Yeah.
It's quick. I
Yeah.
go, Jesus Christ.
After you
I
pay
think I'd
into it.
take back up smoking just so I could leave.
Yeah.
Would you clean the bathroom or clean the kitchen?
Wouldn't bother me. Clean either.
2 dishwashers. Clean the
Shut
kitchen. Clean the bathroom as well. Clean the bathroom in one, clean the kitchen in the other. Be alone or be surrounded by annoying people?
Oh, be alone all the time.
Oh, it says here for the rest of your life. But yeah, be alone for the rest of your life. I found that as I've got older, and I am 50 now, the time spent by myself,
Oh, it's the best ever.
it's just fabulous.
I spend way too much time on my own and I enjoy it far too much. I love being on my own. I actually, when I'm on my own, with just me and the cats in the house, I hug myself and I do the thing with my hands where I rub my hands together and I go,
It is the thing they
so
do.
happy.
Start national school or start secondary school again?
Secondary school. I hated national school.
I can't remember national school.
Oh,
What does my kids say to me? Well, did you go in the back of a dinosaur? Or
stop.
how did you get there?
Was
And
it
did you
black
have
and white?
shoes? Did you have shoes?
the black and white.
National school or secondary school? Secondary school. Yeah, definitely secondary school. Would you be reincarnated as a fly or cease to exist after you pass?
I don't think I'd like to be a fly.
Neither do I.
No.
Dirty flies.
I'd like to be a bird, but not a fly.
Yeah, you're a fine bird.
Thanks, David.
Bird legs. Bird
Shut up.
features.
You're just jealous of my bird
My
legs.
bird legs. Would you be a Bond girl or a Bond villain?
Ooh. Oh, I think a Bond villain would be way more fun.
Yeah.
Fly off on my jet ski.
Yeah. Bond. You see, some of the
Bond
movies.
girls, they just got ditched, and there was always another blonde Bond girl.
Yeah. A lot of them ended up getting killed.
They did. So yeah, definitely a Bond villain.
Some of the Bond girls turned out to be Bond villains.
Did they?
They did.
Oh.
They did.
Love Bond.
Some of the Bond girls were portrayed as not very intelligent.
Oh, of course.
And some of them had very funny names, like Plenty
Pussy
O'Toole,
Galore.
Pussy Galore, Plenty O'Toole, and there's a couple of other ones. Oh, there was a doctor in Moonraker, and her name was it was something like I can't remember because I'm going to say Dr. Fanny something. But it might have been.
They wouldn't have gotten away with that now.
You would not. Anyway, there's our quick fire
Oh, that
questions
was very good. That was a good
for
one.
today. So, as we do a quick wrap up and sum up, good luck to everybody who's heading back to whatever you're heading back to. Mm-hmm. Keep cooking, keep eating,
Yes.
keep watching, keep listening, and keep an eye out for the live events
Yeah. And the live cooking. We'll do some live cooking.
and some live cooking.
Yeah.
When will we be back doing this format? Halloween?
Yeah.
Halloween's only 8 weeks away.
It's far too soon. No, let's try and get a live cook along in at some stage.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
Yeah.
just keep an eye on your socials.
Yeah, be sure to be following me on Instagram and Facebook, Sarah Butler Home Official.
Absolutely. And we'll talk to you very soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.